Nick speaking. Welcome to this little video about my Eldar. I've got a game tonight with my Sam Han styled IDIC Eldar, and just set up the army. The only thing left to paint at the moment, these guys. Now these are supposed to be 5 Dire Avengers, but my Guardians are standing in because I've got those painted, and I've been working on my Dire Avengers, just in the process of building them. And that's sort of why I've come to this video really. I came across maybe a bit of a tip for someone, hopefully. I've been building my Dire Avengers, just got this one last guy that I'm building, and I've noticed that if you try and put a sort of a more of a dynamic pose onto them, I sort of have a bit of a problem with these little scanners, in that when you go to put them on, sometimes the head can be in the way, so it just looks a bit funny. So what I've done, some of these guys, is I've modelled them so that the scanner goes on the opposite side to where they're supposed to. So what I did, I basically cut this scanner in half, and it should end up, it's very small, but end up like that. And then basically what you do is you put the blanking section onto the side where the scanner is supposed to go, so you put that into that hole there, and then where it's already blanked off, you just glue the top piece to that, and then you end up basically having it the opposite side to what it's supposed to. It just means that you can have a bit more of a dynamic pose on there. Seems to work quite well. So that's what I've been working on at the moment, and I thought I'd just share that with you. And whilst I'm here, and maybe have a look at some of my other Eldar. So these are my 2 X-Arts for the Dire Avengers that I've got, and these are all magnetised. I've magnetised the flag, basically just a magnet on the bottom. It's a bit awkward with the light, unfortunately, and a magnet on the top here. And normally the flag would just be in that position, and again, it just looks a bit silly really. I mean, if you have it on the side, you can see all your freehand that you probably would do on here, and just looks a bit more sort of like the winds in it really. Magnetise the arms, so dual shuriken cannons, they come off, and then you can put on maybe the dire sword thing, and the other hand. One little tip when you're magnetising is, if you've got left and right hands that are being magnetised, is make them opposites. It's a bit awkward for holding the camera as well, but so basically the right hand would be the opposite side, so it wouldn't actually be able to magnetise on there, so you can't get confused. Just makes it a bit easier. The other thing I've done on this as well is, for my Blade Storm, I mark it with the flag. So once I use Blade Storm, I basically take the flag off, and I've got a little magnet underneath the base just for storage. Goes down. Next turn I can't use Blade Storm. When that's finished, assuming they're still alive, flag goes back up, and I can use Blade Storm again. Just working on, I've got my second X-Art just there, and again that's all magnetised, so you can take them off. So you've got magnets in the arm sockets there. I'll put a link to the bottom to the magnets that I use for you. So that's my Dire Avengers, and while I'm at that, other X-Arts that I've got magnetised. Howling Banshee, mirror swords, looks fantastic, but take those 2 off, and although it doesn't look quite as good, it's more usable, and again it's magnetised. The Executioner. Fire Dragon, once again you got the big fire pike, and then that comes off, and you can put on the Dragon's Breath Flamer, although I believe that's not actually that popular, but it'll go on there. And don't just limit that to your X-Arts. I mean, here's a Storm Guardian that I've got, one with a flamer, one with a melter, and they're just interchangeable, so there you go. I plan to have 2 flamers, 2 melters. I can just change them around. And my Autarch, here he is, my Autarch on a bike, he's all magnetised as well. I've got, I magnetised the flags, this time I magnetised them purely for storage, so I thought it'd be a lot easier to store it without the flags on. And then all the arms, they're all magnetised, so I can have any arm that I like basically, that just goes on. And then you've got the big one, like so. I used this arm here, which I think is a Avenger shimmer shield. Let's have a look. Yeah, Avenger one. Put a shimmer shield on him, just cut the hand off, put a bike arm on him. So that's that. And then for the melter guns and stuff that he can have, fusion pistols, when he's all geared up, get off, there we go. Underneath I've got two magnets. This is the main bike magnet because it's a bit top heavy where it's metal, and in that little hole put another magnet, and I can have other guns. So I've got the shuriken cannon, and one that I use the most, of course, is the fusion pistol. So that just goes underneath the bike. So when it's on there, get it at the right angle, there you go. So now it's all up with the fusion pistol, and they can be holding all the other stuff as well, which he's got in the book. So you can have them how you like, basically. Look at that. What else? Nothing else magnetised, but I thought I'd just show you this because I don't think anyone's seen this. This is my warp spider Exarch, and he's jumping off a orc head there. Quite smart. I haven't magnetised him, so I figure there's only one combination really. But I do eventually. I mean, I've got enough bits to make another Exarch, so I will have a go. Maybe the second one I might try to magnetise. So that's what I've got there, and tonight, as I said, I'm playing this little group of guys, and I'm hoping to do some nasty damage to demons. It's going to be a fun game. I can play on my Necron terrain. So watch out for that battle report, and more to come.